Why is it that so many guys just accept that blowing past your 60th birthday automatically means you're destined to get weaker? Hey guys, as a doctor, I'm here to unpack a very real medical mystery that I see in my clinic literally every single day. In this explainer, we're going to completely rewrite the rulebook on how you feel your body after 60. Look, we're talking about the terrifying reality of watching your hard-earned strength just melt away. But we're also going to uncover a massive ray of hope. I'm going to show you how a dirt-cheap pantry staple can flip the switch and rebuild your muscle. I am keeping the exact identity of this superfood totally under wraps until the end, so you're going to want to stick around for the big reveal. Let's get right into it. Why are so many guys over 60 watching their muscle just vanish, even when they're eating eggs and steak every single day? I mean, it's a totally brutal reality, right? You do everything you're supposed to do. You hit the diner for your morning scramble, you chow down on animal protein, and yet those stairs just feel a whole lot steeper. Just getting out of a low chair takes a grown and a serious amount of effort. You're putting in the work, but the results are just, poof, gone. Get a load of this statistic, 25%. According to the folks at Harvard Health, we can lose up to a quarter of our total muscle mass by the time we hit age 70. A quarter! That is a massive chunk of your bodily strength totally wiped out. It's a direct pipeline to relying on walkers, canes, and losing that precious independence. We aren't just talking about not looking ripped at the beach anymore, we are talking about losing your fundamental freedom to move on your own terms. Let me share a quick story from my own practice. I had a really strong-willed 72-year-old patient who suffered a nasty fall. He looked at me totally stumped and asked, "Doc, I eat eggs every single morning. How could I still lose muscle?" He literally couldn't lift his own body weight to get off the floor. It completely broke my heart, guys, because he wasn't lazy. He honestly thought he was doing everything right. Well, the absolutely crucial first step here is identifying the biological thief that's stealing your vitality. It's called sarcopenia. Simply put, this is the age-related loss of skeletal muscle mass, strength, and physical performance. Now, a lot of folks think this is just normal wear and tear, but actually scratch that, it's not just getting old. Sarcopenia is a very specific aggressive condition. But the great news? We can absolutely fight back against it if we have the right intel. But here's the thing, sarcopenia has an evil twin, and this explains exactly why those morning eggs aren't working for you anymore. It's called anabolic resistance. Basically, as we age, our muscles get incredibly stubborn. They straight up ignore the protein we eat. You could shovel down steak all day long, but your muscle-building response is totally blunted. Your aging muscles need an exact, specific trigger to wake up. Otherwise, that protein is just passing right through you, doing absolutely nothing. And that brings us to the great egg myth. For decades, the billion-dollar health industry told aging men, hey, just eat more meat and eggs. But here is the ugly truth. As you pass 60 and 70, your stomach acid drops and your digestion severely slows down. Your aging gut really struggles to break down heavy animal proteins. It's kind of like pouring thick, sludgy oil into a classic car's engine. It just doesn't run right. Think about it like this. Animal protein, it acts like slow, dirty diesel fuel for seniors. It takes forever to break down, leaves behind waste, and causes oxidative stress and inflammation that makes your joints ache. On the flip side, plant protein acts like clean electricity. It's super easy to digest, absorbs rapidly, and comes packed with natural anti-inflammatory benefits that actually soothe your system while feeding your muscles. And here is where the Harvard Health research gets totally mind-blowing. Think of protein as just the lumber you need to build a house, but you can't build a house without tools. You need magnesium to relax and rebuild those muscle fibers, omega-3s to kill off that chronic low-grade inflammation, iron to deliver oxygen so you don't gas out going up the stairs, and hydration because water literally makes up 76% of your muscle mass. Heavy animal proteins often completely lack this essential toolkit. Now, you might be wondering if this is just theory. No way. We actually have hard sports science evidence from the Gatorade Sports Science Institute backing this up. A proper balance of plant-based proteins can absolutely maximize your muscle conditioning. You don't have to compromise a single ounce of strength by ditching the eggs, as long as you're getting a diverse amino acid profile. The science completely validates this plant-powered approach for peak conditioning. Which brings me right back to my patient, George. Remember him? He was 74, a retired mechanic, and too weak to even push a wheelbarrow around his garden. Well, I had him try something kinda wild. Just 1 month later, he walked into my office, no cane. He told me he felt like a totally new man. And the craziest part of the whole shebang, the secret was a humble $2 pantry staple. Section 2. The Ultimate Vegetable Proteins, unveiling the rocket fuel for aging muscles. Okay, this is the part that shocks a lot of guys. Let's look at pure protein density. Your standard egg, it gives you about 6 grams. But lentils, they pack a whopping 12 grams. And young soybeans, 14 grams. These plant options completely obliterate the standard breakfast egg when it comes to pure protein. You are getting way more bang for your buck, all without that heavy, sluggish cholesterol load. So meet our underdog champion, mung beans. This was George's absolute secret weapon. Why? Because mung beans are absolutely loaded with leucine. Leucine is the exact amino acid switch that forces your stubborn, aging muscles to synthesize protein and actually grow. It totally bypasses that anabolic resistance we talked about earlier and tells your body, hey, it is time to build. And here is the real kicker, guys. A staggering 85% of the mung bean is absorbed and utilized by your body, with only 15% unabsorbed. What does that mean for you? It means it totally bypasses that sluggish, aging gut. It doesn't just sit in your stomach, causing bloating. It rapidly floods your system with the clean nutrients your muscles are practically begging for. I want to introduce you to Helen, a 74-year-old retired nurse. She used to suffer from severe next-day soreness just from doing basic chores around the house. She literally felt punished by her own body. But after discovering our next hidden cure, she told me, it's like my muscles actually bounce back now instead of punishing me. That brings us to our next heavy hitter. The complete package, edamame and young soybeans. Edamame is a complete protein, meaning it contains all 9 essential amino acids that your body just can't make on its own. Plus, it is packed with isoflavones. These are natural plant compounds that soothe the exact inflammation that makes senior muscles feel so weak and achy. It is literally the ultimate recovery food. Then we have the heavyweights, lentils and kidney beans. These are your budget-friendly powerhouses. They provide incredibly steady energy because they're paired with complex carbs and fiber, keeping your blood sugar totally stable. Plus, 0 cholesterol. Regaining your strength doesn't have to cost an arm and a leg at the pharmacy. So what's your game plan here? Here is your blueprint for strength. First, try swapping out those morning eggs for a plant protein source like mung beans or lentils. Second, pair that protein with light movement, just a walk or some simple chair squats to sensitize those muscles. Stay hydrated to support tissue repair. Mix up your legumes for a complete amino acid profile. And most importantly, stay consistent. There are no overnight magic powders, just real, solid, game-changing nutrition. I'm going to leave you with this final, provocative thought. The muscle-building switch in your body, it never permanently turns off. Whether you are 60, 70, or 80, your body remembers exactly how to be strong. The only question is, are you ready to flip that switch back on? Start adding these powerful vegetable proteins to your plate today and watch your body go to work. Thanks for checking out this explainer, and hey, here's to reclaiming your strength.